Hey everybody, I'm Coral. Welcome back, or welcome for the first time to my channel. I'm doing a book haul today, and I somehow happened to buy so many books in the long month of May that I have to break this into two parts. I have to do a two-part video, otherwise this video is going to be like an hour long, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I don't even know how this shit happened. First of all, I took a trip to Barnes & Noble. Sorry that I heard somebody shouting outside my house. Joey's I'll be right back. Sorry. I had to go check out there. I have like a neighbor kitty corner to me, and his mobility's not great, and he's like got discs fused together, and sometimes he just like falls over, and it's really scary, and I just need to make sure that he was okay. He was yelling, but it was for a different reason. He didn't fall. Anyways, I'm here with two parts of a TBR. This is the first part, or a book haul. That's what I mean. I've got some true crime books here. I've got some horror books. I've got some books from subscription things. I've got books I pre-ordered. Got all sorts of fucking books. So I think what I was saying before I got distracted was that I visited Barnes & Noble this last weekend, and I don't tend to do that often because I just know I'm going to spend too much money there, especially now that they have a horror section, because I feel obligated to buy every horror book I don't already own, in hopes that if I buy them, they'll stock more, you know, a bigger variety, different authors and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's what I did. I also bought my friend a graduation gift because she got her master's this weekend. So, that's a little bit about my life that nobody cares about. First of all, I got Tomie. This is by Junji Ito. I believe this is his first manga, I thought I heard, and this is about a immortal succubus, and haven't read it, obviously. It's, I think, his longest manga that I've seen in person before, at least, and I think like I might crack this open tonight and read it. It looks great, and then I think I'll probably watch the anime afterwards. Next I got The Loosening Skin by Aaliyah Whiteley. I've got her book The Beauty, and then I saw this and I don't own it. Like I said, I just feel like I need to buy every horror book I don't own already. This sounds just as weird as The Beauty. This is about a society where people have to molt their skin, and once they do that, they are like a different person. And this follows somebody who is a bodyguard for celebrities. But it's also strange because it says she suffers from a rare disease, which is the molts. But also the other people in this place also shed their skin. So I don't know. I guess I don't understand that part of it, but this looks so strange. It sounds so strange. I want to read it. I also picked up Kill Creek by Scott Thomas. This is a book that has generated a lot of buzz since it came out. And you know what? I decided to get it. This is really heavy. This doesn't look very long, but this is over 400 pages. Listen to it. Listen to all its pages. This is about, I believe, 4 horror authors who decide to spend the night in a haunted house, and that's all I know. That's all I care to know. Then we have, I believe this is Christina Henry's newest release. This is Near the Bone, and I'm gonna read the synopsis here. It says, Maddie can't remember a time before she and William lived alone on a mountain together. She must never make him upset. But when Maddie discovers the mutilated body of a fox in the woods, she realizes that they're not alone after all. There's something in the woods that wasn't there before. Something that makes strange cries in the night. Something with sharp teeth and claws. When 3 strangers appear on the mountaintop looking for the creature in the woods, Maddie knows their presence will anger William. Terrible things happen when William's angry. So I've only read one of Christina Henry's books before. It was the one where it was like Red Riding Hood that came out recently, like the year before last, I believe. So that one I didn't love, but I'm not sure if I love the based on a fairy tale thing all the time. This seems like it's a completely new idea, not like her other books, which I think most of them, if not all of them, have been sort of like a dark take on fairy tales kind of a thing. So I'm really looking forward to this. It sounds weird because it seems like it's just multifaceted in the way where, do we have to worry more about William or whatever's in the woods, I guess. I'm excited about this one. Do I say that with every book? Yes, I do, and I am excited about every one. So then I bought also 2 true crime books from Barnes & Noble. This one is The Haunting of Alma Fielding by Kate Summerscale. And let me tell you, if you didn't know, I'm going to tell you, and if you did know, I'm going to tell you again. I love these supposed true haunting stories. I love them so much. They scare me even though I don't believe them. This one takes place in London in 1938. I have not heard anything about this before, I don't believe, so I'm looking forward to this. Then I also bought Death on Ocean Boulevard by Caitlin Rother. This is about the Coronado Mansion murder where, oh boy, it's just a very mysterious death. There was a little boy who died in this house, and the little boy's like dad's girlfriend, Rebecca Sahau, was there when it happened. And so being that it wasn't the boy's mom, she was just the dad's girlfriend, there was a lot of rumor that maybe she wasn't caring for him properly and that's why it happened, which I don't believe. I think that probably it was an accident, like a really tragic accident. But then a day or 2 later, she was found, and I think it was a staged suicide. I'm not sure if that's been proven. It's been a while since I've looked at the case at all, but really tragic. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to reading this and seeing if there's a definitive answer to what happened with all of this. All right, I also have 2 books that I pre-ordered here. Really, they just came together. It was a bundle pack. The first one here is Stories for the Next Pandemic by Brian Keene. This is a short story collection. This is from Thunderstorm Books. Usually I cannot afford their books, but these ones, even the 2 of them together, were a fair price. And then, oh yeah, so that's short stories. And then this is The Shapes of Night by Mary Sangiovanni. This is, I don't know, I know she writes a lot of cosmic horror. I've never read her books before. And this one seems like it might also be cosmic, which I don't love, but it seems like it's cosmic in the way where there's like aliens, I hope. It says, sometimes in Bloomwood County, New Jersey, children go missing. Sometimes those children die, and sometimes strange and alien shapes of night resurrect the bodies of those children for their own. When Tim Jenkins has a terrible vision of one of his former students, Charlie Bentner, being mangled to death, he seeks Charlie out and unknowingly entangles both of them in a battle against time and space itself, as a race against the shapes to stop an evil from entering our world and changing its geometry forever. Evil shapes! I'm gonna tell my kid about that one. She hates geometry. Why is my 2nd grader doing geometry? I don't know. Next I picked up The Time of Contempt by Andrzej Sapkowski. This is the 2nd book in the Witcher series. I bought this because Zach challenged me to read the first book. He said if I read the first book, he would read the 2nd. And it was just like dumb of him because obviously, I don't know. It seemed like he was doing this because he thought I would never read the first one, which I guess is kind of valid because I have so many goddamn books. But I bought it because I wanted to read it. I bought the first book because I wanted to read it. So now I bought the 2nd one. He's gonna have to read it because I'm reading the first one next month. So haha. This follows an assassin that they call the Witcher, and he, well, the first book at least, he's waiting for the prophesized birth of a child who's gonna do some stuff. I don't know. He's a dude. I also got The Night Swim by Megan Golden. I got a free book from Book of the Month if I signed up, so I was like, whatever, I'll do a month or 2. Although I kind of forgotten how much I dislike the book of the month thing. I mean, I know that they do that, so you know it's from book of the month, but I hate it. So this is about a woman who has a true crime podcast, and then as she's investigating a crime, she starts to get stalked. I don't really know how people felt about this. I know it was really buzzy when it came out, and that could be good or it can be bad. But I've purposely kind of avoided any reviews of this because it's a thriller and because I want to read it, so hopefully I can get to this soon. I also found a copy of a book that I've really been interested in. This is Fury from the Tomb by S.A. Sidor. This, it seems like it's going to be a weird, like, sci-fi thriller with, like, Indiana Jones thrown in. Like, it's about an Egyptologist, and I think it's his, yes. Okay, so Egyptologist named Ram, he opens a tomb and he excavates it, and on his way home with all his treasures, he's robbed, so he has to go, you know, find his quarry. And I don't know, it just seems like it's going to be fun. I don't think I've read really any books like this, but after reading things like The Ruins and Ararat by Christopher Golden and The Anomaly by Michael Rutger, books that kind of have this like historical fiction horror that I really ended up liking. Or like archaeology horror, I don't fucking know. But this sounds like it's going to be fun, at least. I don't think that this is supposed to be spooky, but we'll see how I like it. Maybe I'll seek out more books like this. I don't know, we'll see. And then I just toss it behind me because it doesn't matter anymore. Next, I'm not reading it right now. Next, I bought Cold Storage by Don Lasseter. This is about a man named John Familaro. And he's found with like a body in a freezer. That's really all I know about this case. I honestly also don't even know how this ended up on like my wish list of books to buy. But I found it on Thrift Books. It was cheap. It was a good copy. So I bought it and I'm gonna read it. I've actually been hoping to start a collection of Don Lasseter's books because he's a pretty well-known true crime author. John Familaro, I don't know. He is accused of killing a woman named Denise Huber. I feel like it's important to say that too. So that's it. I mean, that's not it, but that's it about that book. I also picked up Unspeakable Acts, True Tales of Crime, Murder, Deceit, and Obsession by Sarah Weinman. And this, I did not know when I bought it, but this is like a true crime anthology. And this actually includes the article about Didi and Gypsy Blanchard that like spurned all the excitement about that case. So I'm excited to read that. These are all written by different, what would we call them? Investigators? Different journalists. So I've never read a true crime anthology before, but it sounds like a blast. Okay, and then last on this video, I've got a couple books that were in subscription boxes. So the first two here I've already talked about in greater length on another video, on my Nightworms unboxing video. So I'm just gonna leave a link to that if you want to watch it. But we got Dead Space by Callie Wallace and Dementia by Russell Coy. I keep wanting to call him Russell Crowe. Russell Coy. So these are, I know this one's like hard science fiction, and this one seems like it might have a science fiction twist. I don't know if it's aliens, but I'm hoping it's aliens. Then I also got a book from this month's Owl Crate, which is The Ones We're Meant to Find by Joan He. This one I'm very excited for. This seems like it's going to be a strange sci-fi book. It's about a young woman who is washed ashore on an island. It's just her and like this android she manages to put back together. And she really doesn't have any memories of what happened to her or how she got here, what her life was like before, but she does remember having a sister. And then also her sister, who's not on this island, is like living in normal society, I guess, but she's kind of like a whiz kid at building automatons and stuff like that. So I don't know, that's all I really know about this. It seems so strange. It seems like it's a good book because, you know what, I enjoy a budding relationship in a book now and then, but I was just thinking this last night because I'm reading a book where it's like a boy, a young man, and a young woman are friends, and it's like, well, I know eventually they're gonna have to get together, and sometimes that's so tiring. So because this is just two sisters, I'm imagining this is going to be a really great story about family and being sisters and shit instead of, you know, a love story. Maybe it's kind of like a familial love story between two sisters. So, I mean, not in a creepy way. Does that sound creepy? That's not what I meant. I didn't mean it in a creepy way. And then last but not least, I got this one from Fairy Loot. It's my first time trying out Fairy Loot. It's another fantasy subscription box. This is The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. She is an Australian author, and this has really neat dyed edges. So I thought that was pretty cool. And this is about a young woman who works at a prison, and she is a healer, which is why it's called The Prison Healer. Wouldn't it be funny if she just like healed prison buildings? So silly. So this young woman, she is a prison healer, and one of the prisoners that comes into the prison is the queen of a rebellion. And so, you know, she's trying to help this rebel queen, which sounds really fun. Yeah. Don't let her die, we are coming. Sounds like it's gonna be fun. So that is part 1 of my May book haul. I will be back with part 2. Hang in there, keep an eye out. I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.